Hey guys, so this video is kind of just about me finding faith and telling you about my experience and how my life just completely 180'd in the last month. For the ones who don't want to hear about religion, Christianity, click off, it's okay. For the ones who choose to say, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I'm just gonna hop straight into it. So about 5 years ago, I was pretty much at the peak of my life. Had a lot of money, I was in the best shape possible. The money I acquired during that time was not through any legal means, so I pretty much built a life completely on a negative foundation. So yeah, for basically the next 5 years, my life would just go down. A lot of things happened. I tried a lot of different businesses during that time: real estate wholesaling, ATM business, tried starting SMMA, did photo, video, freelancing. I just tried to dip my toes in a lot of things I pretty much had no care for. I like shooting content, but at the end of the day, it was for the money. I didn't care about how it could help them. I didn't care how it could provide value. Maybe during that time, I seemed very enthusiastic because I was actually excited about shooting content. And just to get back on track to the story, so I had a very bad accident last month, and I came out okay. There were two other people in the car, rear ended someone. My car's brake just couldn't grip in the snow, ice, salt, just everything. And it was just very bad weather conditions considering the speed I was driving. It was very stupid of me. But that night when I got home, for like 5 minutes straight, I just pretty much kept saying, I'm gonna. I don't want to say the word. I think YouTube doesn't like it. So yeah, I'm gonna. And I was just doing that for 5 minutes. For some reason, I just shot up. After all of that, I just shot up for some reason. So like just like let's say I'm crisscrossing on the ground, just shot up, and my mind just cleared up, and these words came out of my mouth were, David, how could you say that? You're gonna hurt your mom, you're gonna hurt your dad, you're gonna hurt a lot of people. Whatever you're saying is just the easy way out. I don't know to this day if that was me saying it. Still don't know. But I'm gonna look at it as God telling me, saying it out of my mouth, saving me. Yeah, pretty much he saved my life, and I started praying to him right away. I said, please make sure everything is okay. I just remember kneeling on the ground on my bed, just going, please God, make sure everything is okay. Everything is okay. It's been a month. Everything is okay. Over the next week, 2 weeks, a lot of things unfolded. I started really pursuing faith. Like I ended up going to church for the first time, witnessed something firsthand. Like my friend lost his wallet, and that day he just goes, I think it'll be okay. I don't need to lock my cards. I think he's gonna bring it back to me. We ended up going back to his place to get some food, eat some food. Went through his back door, and his front doorbell rings right when we stepped in the house. And when my friend opened it, the guy just goes, hey, are you X? Here's your wallet. Nothing missing, nothing touched. He just goes like, oh, I was walking my dog. Here you go. It could have just been stranger, showing some kindness before holidays. But what is the likelihood of someone doing that in New York? It's very unlikely. I pretty much just saw it firsthand. I was like so baffled. I was like, what just happened? I just knew God was just so good. Just pursued him more and more, and knew that he was going to be the answer for everything I was seeking. And when my girlfriend of 4 years broke up with me, just basically saying I need to work on myself, she was right. I wasn't a good person. I was very selfish, stubborn, wanted things my way. I hurt her a lot. I wasn't a good boyfriend. I really regret it. I hope one day she can find it in her heart to forgive me. And just be able to see that I'm not the same person as I used to be. But just getting back to the story, I realized all my life that God's always been there. I grew up Buddhist. My parents are Buddhists. 16 years of my life. Elementary school, my mom had this library of sutras. Everything's in Chinese. She speaks only in Chinese. She only understands Chinese. No speck of English. And for some reason, there was a David and Goliath book. And to this day, I still remember. And anything else that happened in elementary school, I do not. It's just very weird. A lot of coincidences to happen. Like, why is this book in there? And made me realize that he's always been there for me. And the 5 years was so ironic. Like, Satan gave me all that money, all that status. He put me in the peak position of my life. And I thought I had it all. And he just takes it all away. All wanting to me ending my life. And God saving me at the end point. It's just like, hey, You're not taking him away from me. He just basically brought me into this holy kingdom, and I couldn't be more thankful, grateful for him saving my life and just changing my life. And I just have a whole new perspective on everything. Like even coming to Dallas, this is my friend's place. At first, I just thought about only coming for 2 weeks. I was so doubtful. I didn't even know if this was the right move. I didn't have a lot of money in my bank account. And I just prayed. I just prayed to God. I was like, hey, I don't know if this is the right move. I don't know if this is right. I'm so scared. I'm so doubtful. I don't know what's going to happen. Pretty much, I just got answered. The very next day, I got answered. My friend just goes, hey, I have a friend who lives on the same floor. He's hosting a party, and I told them about you. And they actually really want to meet you. The thing is, these people, the couple, they're very careful around who they meet or bring into, their home. So they're very careful. So when I was initially mentioned, they were like, ooh, like, but after explaining a little more about my situation, they're like, come, come, come. So I took that as a sign and decided to extend my trip to a month. I realized a lot of things here in Dallas. My faith has grown stronger. I realized and learned more about Christianity, Catholicism. I realized my sole purpose on what I need to do has always been fitness. Like in middle school, I always swam, always did sports. I was still the chubby kid, but I love doing sports. Same thing in high school. I got introduced to the gym. Just still been lifting, tried pursuing a career in personal training. I ended up not doing it because I thought there was no money in it. At the end of the day, it was money again. Fitness has always been there, no matter what. Even like when I was feeling good, the worst, gym was always there, and I could take it out on the weights. It was always a point of self-improvement. I could always improve no matter where I was. Yeah, basically I found out that he was telling me, dude, okay, this is not the best words, but he was like, he's like, David, why do you keep distracting yourself with these things when I already set something in front of you? All you have to do is put your mind to it and work to it. Put 100%. Just keep working on what I have given to you. I have a very strong body, so why am I not taking advantage of it? He's like, I gave you a strong body for a reason. Right now, I could only say, God is great. He saved my life. He gave me purpose, led me to find my purpose as well. And he's just been giving me so much. And I just can't say nothing, but, God is great. To you who's trying to grow in faith, trying to find purpose in your life, pursue God fully. He's going to give you the answer. Always does good. If you want something fast, something bad to happen, Satan will give you all of that too. And he's going to take it away from you when you're at the peak of your life. So continue focusing on God. The irony of my 5-year story is Satan gave it all to me and God saved me. God is great. I really don't know what else to say. I'm going to just end the video like this. Like, subscribe, comment, all for the glory of his kingdom.